Good afternoon, country people. Them we glad for joining us for this side. So for Equinox Story House, PIDGIN News Debate. Now for we for turn back for talk some of the things that we will talk inside the week. One they will be shown for Story House. We go talk that palava plus other one that we enter. But Sabi say today SSF we go talk this palava work away. They so people them for Cameroon Renaissance movement they be one make inside Douala here where last waka as well the talk. Plenty of the BB people them for inside that party they don't cover their house them they don't block roads for their house face made they no come out with the here na here. Say some other one they don't already catch them inside Torisa for this afternoon. We go talk other chapter for dirty for inside we country palava fire and even palava for votes for Genyun Kunkumam where results it become on inside the week job definition. Sabi say his lordship Samuel Cledam he talk on top the win na so to Pani John Sesep he talk on top the same win. So all the story them now we will try for look for inside so for this side so for Equinox Story House. Just now time for we for show now people that will do time for this side. So first person we go talk say one we get for respect big palm time for me. Thank you for your time. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ambassador, and good afternoon, televiewers. I send greetings especially for people that don't for house they see like Ma Bridget for Park for Bonabere. Seven that she don't find we get to for winner.
Yes, and another person too, if you don't take plenty time before you come for here, na a fru, we they call it a pa fru for this side, be frundi for this side, so for Douala. No ask him whether na picking for Pani John General big chairman for SZF. Then I own him that where he don't take him. Fru, come good.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Yes, and this afternoon as we talk, first thing we'll go start talking for inside, now this walk away Cameroon Renaissance people them, they begin for make we enter formation now, we start for talk this palava march, walk away begin for pass for inside Douala today, Sabi say all corner for inside Douala, now so police them, we will see them for all corner for Douala as well they turn up, even Mami Water for police, it be come out, no be now only police and necessary they be there outside today, all the one they home, now for them for see as well that worker for Cameroon Renaissance movement where they be plan for worker for talk say chapter for vote for country it then as some kind now so them that way the same as well they be the turn for the whole town today as well they hear say Cameroon Renaissance movement people them they be get for worker even for gendarme da Mami Watam it be turn up for one side it be the way it say any person tried to just start for throwing crashing water on top his skin but Sabi say it be there to na palava for traffic where it worry plenty people them for this side Mami Water for police Mami Water for gendarme all them they be there for one side even headquarters for Cameroon Renaissance movement where they for Grand Moulin as well the talk just now only police moto and gendarme moto where it don't cover all the place them and even some of the big people them for Cameroon Renaissance movement Tori we enter for we EM they tell we say waiting say na so police they don't block them for house they no fit for come out Congo side they tell you to say Barrister Ndoki where ESSA be talk that time when Maurice come to be the present in this thing it dey like say they don't cash him for Sika say he own people they don't struggle for calling for thing you know the past so now some of the things that way don't happen for Douala today when na Saturday palava for inside this say daily vex for the way we vote it don't pass for inside the country. Now time for me I go start with you. This palava for waka for Douala or for Cameroon some time ago a member say Abisho Aswe Mali opposition party man it be the waka more than 12,000 people them for talk say pacha it be for inside their vote police people they be the follow them for year la different story and with the talk chapter for democracy true democracy there for Cameroon.
Well, Ambassador, I'll be very sorry. Say every day we got to talk this thing, but that's what it happened with one country. It be like Cameroon being a different country for the whole world. Because even for France, for one man country, then we see how they march. But and when they march, it's not bad for police to come out. Police they come out for make sure say people where they want march, they don't destroy something. And when people they march, they get a message. So if I say we always be keen for listening for this their message because I know things say. Man like come to organize, say people they come out, come destroy something. I think they get not only a message for pass. So make everyone begin learn to how we don't talk say it happen for Mali. I think it happened for other African countries too. Where they leave people, they express their opinion. I think the march, when it comes to the one march, if you just want show a he vex, where they vex from how we this and me people they hear something too. I mean international community been here. I think something over there wrong for the match.
Now, make a jump for you for ask you. Nothing we need no change for Cameroon. Say anytime, small thing will happen. The judge now for Waka. Which they cannot do the pass for Douala today. No, not the first time they cannot think they happen for Douala. SDF, it don't make them now. Na Cameroon Renaissance movement. Then too they don't start put trouble for on top Ngomna.
Okay, Ambassador, I will tell you, say Cameroon no get democracy. We're not there for democracy. Why we're not there for democracy now? Because we never ever entered democracy since 1990. Because which I want to talk, Ambassador. Now say, I hear my brother go talk about white man country. No. It don't, Ambassador don't talk about Mali. We don't talk about Tanzania. We don't talk about Ghana. We don't talk about Nigeria where they make a peaceful demonstration. That is, people that they walk off the street, you see, for their rights, and then they wait for police and Jana give doing as well. They get for protect the citizens, meaning not destroy. But for Cameroon, not that way they happen. Not the way they happen. Because you see people that they come up for march for put their grievances for talk which will go through. We don't make election, they don't take election, but we carry placards or walk out time, but the next thing they can't catch people, they go lock them. I said, no, the real thing that way for inside Cameroon for this 21st century, we'll go for the at least take police them with gendarme with army. Me they throw attack for people their skin. Me they catch and go lock them. 19 hours they talk now. We suppose for the we will learn go reach we don't learn today. Finally we get dictatorship. If you imagine today, yesterday Mr. Tanganji he come out for television. He talks anybody when he step before for outside they'll catch it straight for court. They judge and they go lucky. This was the intimidation. Now intimidation, it intimidate the population, intimidate everybody. So no matter the way they express grievances for this country, and they talk about liberty of expression. There's not the liberty of expression. And Ambassador, I want to talk one thing. One time inside this television, I be talking with you. They talk about peace, work for the land. I be talk sometimes say Cameroon will not get peace. Cameroon will not get work. Cameroon will get only land, and that land they don't even drive way out of the land. So that the only thing that will remain for in that land, and they don't drive way out of the land. So that I don't think so. They inside democracy, Ambassador.
Now, we dey talk this palava waka, plenty people them as we talk, Grant Tango be come out talk yesterday, don't talk say all team for vote, it don't pass, so make any man way they come out now for disturb waka, disturb peace for inside the country. Now, you check say normal, the waka way they happen, sabi say Cabral Ibisesef, he began for make a press conference for Yahweh, he own to Tonton be some kind. Yes. Now, even waka for Maurice come to today, people them, he don't be some kind. You check say normal, as we vote, it don't pass, they began for forget the palaver for vote for one
Ambassador, which I want to talk for this country nationality. We no get a liberty of expression, we no get democracy because election don't pass. Some man talk say don't TV vote. Cabral everyone make they can't block a house for more than 3 days. That is gendarme, police, army, they can't block a house. Maurice come to Metro Maurice come to, they can't block a house. Now lawyer that way they can't catch you when a woman. Well, just because it express grievances about the election where it pass. But now they call the phone they know the pass. Because they don't surely take it, go keep them. So when I see a whole minister at Tango, a come out talk that kind of thing, that's not intimidation. That is it intimidate the population where it not be normal. It not be normal.
Now, tell for me one answer.
Yes, I want just to say since '92, all man, I think any goodwill Cameroonian, any true Cameroonian, you say since 1992, no election, no pass for Cameroon here freely. And we things I don't say about Cameroon, whether they're hungry, they do well. We're not the one for accept the truth. Because this march way come to the command for march, it be been a march where all man, I think say, we all, we for really accept say things that don't work fine. And now when you don't talk say, me we accept whether election don't pass. I don't think say we there for just accept you don't say election don't pass. Me we try for insist. And also for 1990, when from the do so, they put it for house arrest, they declare state of emergency for Bamenda. But me we not leave them because this country, it be like anything where.
But when I don't say no, no leave them. Cameroonians they get fear. So you know what? When Anglophone they be stand up, Francophone they get for me to we more fight this fight. I tell you the truth. Fear, Francophones they get fear inside their body. Where it fight them because if they be stand that way we be Anglophone they will wake up stand and then they wake up like this country for change. But now when you talk to me we stand. If I be Anglophone if I get that hard enough stand Francophone I say je ne peux même pas. I cannot. So now the thing that.
All right, and we dey talk this palaver for waka where they don't deny. Just for we for continue sabi say na for Sika chapter for votes where they make this waka no go. Make we enter for machine for remind una as we inside this week it be then on Monday if we no make mistake where people them for constitutional council sesep head boy for them Clement Tanganam it be she done for start for call results. Sabi say inside the results of Clement Tangana be column it talks in Kunkumam na where they also win he win for 71.28% according to way Clement Tangana Tokam and way they get them for them like a result. Sabi say inside this palaver for inside vote, the talk say Maurice Kamto he come number 2 place with 14.23. We get Cabral Libi for number 3 with 6.3. We go turn back Dallas more turn back some for that result. We could see the percentage for people that they get them inside this palaver for vote. Sabi say Maurice Kamto come on number 2 place. Then Cabral Libi come out for number 3, then we get SDF where he come out for number 4 place. But Sabi say inside this palaver for vote as well they talk. Some they don't talk say they like make it be as well they like OC Joshua. He talk say anyhow they vote they come out say he don't accept say they win him. But now say now so challenge he then for see as well they get for do the thing for you. Just for we for remind on the percentage already put the get you get Cabral Libi or Maurice Kamto 14.23. Cabral Libi 6.28. We get OC Joshua 3.35. We get Adamun Damjoya 1.73 and Gaga Man 1.55%. For Franklin Afangwi 0.67. We get Sesh Espa Matumba 0.56%. And last person for inside the chapter for vote Bidena Akeremuna for 0.35%. Now Kunkumam it be get 71.26%. Or we will be the follow this result for house Pafro. I want to ask you when you be she done for before your tele, Sabi say before results be one come out, will be get so around 3 days where people they be she done for tele for here wait way they get for talk inside this palaver. When you say like Cameroon be the she done the look how you be get the interest say true democracy be don't come.
Democracy since 1992, Ambassador, we never get democracy inside Cameroon. Because before the one rig this election, Ambassador, we never know say the president of the republic is 1%. We never know. We never know say Mr. Kamto will get 14%. It don't come off for media for social media. All the election, all the result we never know since at least 2 weeks before the election. So we don't get democracy for Cameroon and which way they be talk. Now the same thing can happen. So it not change nothing. You never imagine say for democratic country like Cameroon that they call themselves democracy. A presidential election, probably they get 71%. If you imagine say even United come to their own village, they see the beautiful own village. It not be possible. Okay, they can't dash it Douala because they know some more. Douala na big town and a place where he must get some the most of the Bamileke people there because they don't stabilize the team. They don't stabilize them, so they know say inside Douala the Bamileke people that they handle Douala now for business economic. Now mostly Bamileke people. Now whether they giving out a littoral. So now the only thing that way I talk say Ambassador will not get democracy for this Cameroon since 1992. Despite the fact they say they don't legalize democracy for Cameroon, it never be legalized. It not be legalized.
Time for me, these results, how you be the she done for your house, you look the result.
Okay, when I get a few observations about this result, my first point I say, I be here where ministers that we come talk say, I don't say Akeremuna for the Akeremuna come outside. This one they really show we clearly say even opposition may accept for join for join government for frustrate the move. If officials say me they not be together for face CPTM because I don't see why they talk to say you get up to midnight for decide and they talk say you don't decide now only 48 hours for form alliance. I don't see how that one for just call the president for vote say move this my own vote. So
maybe people call the president of constitutional council or the one for elect and see them move. Normally, not that they come for morning time, like people who we used to observe election for this country. Then they bring all those ballot papers for morning. They take and put all the 8 or the 9 candidates. They say, okay, this man will withdraw. They give a movie owner, let's trash him. But now they will leave it on and then they count and so until they go off to the state. For the whole country will count my question will withdraw because he go join an opposition. Which if he be join, if Metro Akeremuna be joining the government or the CPTM, I'm not thinking they've counted that election.
They
never counted.
The second
so thing that we did because it could join our opposition.
Okay, my second observation now the population will vote. We know say since many years ago, since the 90s, government not they ever like to deal with the real statistic for population for this country because the one they play this type of game. Okay, if we follow the number of voters, that means Cameroon get a population of almost about 22 million, between 22 and 5 million. And at 3.5 million people, they decide the fate of Cameroon. And the man will win election, he win now with 2.4 million. All right, 2.4 million, he got the rule more than 20 million people. I don't think say any decision or any move where they take them, it will get a serious effect because how my brother they talk. If we look at past election, I will see some comedy where they make them say, they will talk say some people their own election they come, the result will come out one day after, how many hours after. They be like the one for Cameroon, the result will be before they go for vote. Until come sometime they tell we say some election will be for 1992 where they be taking a vote for legislative election, read them for presidential election. Maybe like the same thing will happen for this election because we know they see the number where a vote with the number where they read them and the things where they pass because the PV we don't hear it where lawyers they don't talk about PV. PV they be where man not decide them and so on. But the Constitutional Council they approve them. They give we saying a result. So all this one I think it will make the country it go still go now for back.
Now, and after the vote, just for talk, as we talk, OC Joshua, he be the talk for Tory housing. He don't talk say he greasy the Naki, but now so he don't put down for back. He don't give congratulate for Kunkuma for the person where they vote, and he don't talk say now so he own he be prepared and say for start for work back for see which way they go do for see as we vote for get honorable council they come some more time for do other one. Cabral they be for own. He talk say he be prepared for work with Ngomna for say a country be one, but they ask and say if they give invite for the way they put a big man for chair, he go, he talks in on top some condition.
Ambassador, like my brother, Mr. O.C. Joshua, well, they don't beat it hands down from second to fourth position just because of the crisis we'll get down for this country. I've done once belongs to that party, but now I've been neutral. If they don't beat it hands down and they give congratulations for Mr. Pobia say that win election, then I'm not thinking say be fit for stand like a candidate for SDF. Because when you be an opposition and we know say fraud a day inside this election, I'm not thinking you get for accept the victory they don't give you because even if you heard Mr. Kamto, you don't get a come for Poppy talk, say Poppy, I don't win because we know and they don't vote for your region. So I think say for that one way talk, for me, you're not supposed to stand like a candidate for SDF. I talked one and I know still they get inside SDF. Okay, if we talk about like Cabral, they be sometimes then they will after election they will talk saying that pion for everyday person. If he talks say go join government because he want to work for government, fine. We'll never know things. Say sometimes they will even give it a vote counting for CPDM. So, but how it can't be that way. I know they will put it like a Minister of Youth and Affairs or whatsoever. If they go ahead, yeah. So you know they doubt me plenty, Ambassador.
Okay.
Yes,
for me,
I think yes from Cabral Libi. Okay. Yes, when you be here, time we Gregoire will be stand for court. They congratulate Cabral Libi. At least this is where my brother talks so enough is surprise you. Because we congratulate them like you two, they don't come up and so on. But for Osei Joshua, I'll be very disappointed. One of the Cameroonians will be very disappointed for hear that kind of thing. And I think that way many people they be insist. They be halafundi say talk say democracy. You don't go remain for chair for many years in one gear for his young Cameroon. When I see the consequences, like the main opposition party, and not the people there that be staunch opposition parties or people there that be what they be radicals, radical wing. they know they ever accept, even they be clear. I think for many years, for more than 20 years, where as they don't be for parliament, he role where he did play for, I mean, for really, for make people understand the way they pass, people they congratulate. So now, I see now, because me too, I be for the opinion, say, me from the gap for
you know something, my brother.
Me, I don't see, say,
but tell you one thing.
May I finish, please? I don't see, say, it be right, say, me man like from the remember for the. We don't already see, all situation, I don't know, take now. Only the statements from the day where it's time of elections that come on. Yes, we know say plenty of people that we talk say they don't even feel as if time for campaign. How would they as if get for be? Because despite all of as if get for just even if they die safe, you know get for die for congratulating. I know see since from 1990 when they formed the party, there's no one day, no day way they be ever talk anything positive about the ruling government, and they will remain for that position, and they will remain for that position. It will be overhelp. It will be overhelp because that radical win where they will take and so it will help government for adjust some of the things there. But now when they don't start, they go so. I'll be very sorry.
Ambassador, I want to talk one thing.
Yes.
Very sorry. My brother, I don't talk about for government.
Maybe you two define post.
You know one thing? We know talk only about Cabral. We say he go for join government. At the 4C, Mr. Joshua Osi say he want to enter the government.
There be talk of forming new governor will be united.
Good. But when you be an opposition, second opposition leader, and they want to enter government, who will be the opposition now? So although my just talk say crisis don't come he died down because of his status. So what I want to talk, my brother, and I say SZF don't die down and SZF will die to go forever and ever because now they don't destabilize the system now for the country in the sense the Bamileke people them. I'm not talking in the terms of tribalism.
No, not talk tribalism.
No, I'm not talking in the terms of tribalism because another strong place where they come up, that Maurice come to, where they take a second place. You understand? I'm not talking in the terms of tribalism like how Mr. Agogo when we talk about Bamileke, Bulu. No, I want to talk in a sense like if you look like now and the Fungi crisis. You see, SZF died down badly, and then the rest of the Bamileke people that will support SZF in those days, they don't join now, will come to it back, and then now they will come to it back seriously. So SZF now they die now. I think if they continue with Joshua, I think SZF will just finish totally. So now
so
I want to talk.
When SZF not be go for elections for 1999, around 91, 91, 92, for legislative elections. Now UNDP be the main opposition party with about 68 seats for parliament. Now, when UNDP decide for joint government, he seats they go down, I think they get 1 or 2 seats now. So, now one of the reasons why SZF put them forward, say, alliance, it not been for the sake of forming alliance. When you form alliance for grow stronger, it be good. But not form alliance where you go to descend and they will give examples for this other opposition parties like Garga, Ama, Buba Bello, Chiroma, and so on. Chiroma they get at least 1 or 2 seats, but Chiroma don't get even councillor now. You don't get even councillor. So now one of the reasons why they put and say if they want make alliance, smaller parties they can't join. Not be say you go join, and they will give examples say big parties like. See, UNDP get 68 seats now, don't go down to 1 and so on. And people they see with them. Now, when I also judge, I don't foresee already a defeat. It is something that I think it will disappoint many Cameroonians. And me, that way they talk, so me being ready for face the consequences. Because apart from all that, we don't hear say, even GCA brought to the go now for go. We know that we get one thing where we hang on, but they be like.
All right, we go remain for inside Palaver for votes. We never finish. We talk this commodity Samuel Kleda, his lordship, Archbishop for Douala say be come for talk inside the week. So we don't make plenty story for outside. As we 2 different story house, they talk the story for different kind way. Samuel Kleda on top vote will happen. The 3 point that we talk about go come out and back. Now say one, Samuel Kleda to say no fit believe say people them for far no way they suffer plenty. They go give the same person so take 89% vote for inside that place where they suffer plenty. Chapter 2 for Norwest Southwest, Samuel Kleda be talk on top. He try for talk say waiting. Say he no fit believe say person will win the vote. he go win that kind of plenty for northwest and southwest where it is so plenty people them they don't come out for outside and they no be fit for vote. So for inside the Palaba, Samuel Kelato say if Nai he be the big man for consumer council Clement Tanganam, if for give advice for say make the man Ishidon, he hear thing way Maurice come to be bringing for them like complain and even Osi Joshua for say all them they get better talk where they be get for talk away normal they be get for hear where they bring for look side where this vote it happen then for he talks a vote it no be pass fine as so plenty people they talk and so now they come out that way Samuel Clay that be come out inside this week we just finish but Sabi say two different areas they be talk their own way. One way they give interview for for talk and one way they just fly on top the Tory for their own way for talk. Now through now another chapter this come out in which Samuel Clay that come out now that one too make plenty people they talk say even as we don't come out it no go change no nothing.
Yes, even if you not change anything, Ambassador, I think say na man of God and the people there for peace. When I be here some media they come out, they be against you, maybe opposition, maybe like how they've done talk sometimes for Cardinal Tumi, say be opposition, they be Cardinal, be this and that. Now people they foresee, and the people they know what they pass inside this country. Now true, for inside 7th of October, for inside Northwest, Southwest, election will be take place, or will be witnesses. Election will be take place. But never imagine say the ruling government win for the more than 90-something% or above 80-something%. It will be normal, Ambassador. So we spiritual father, he don't talk and he see him. And the people will send a Catholic Christians all over the whole Cameroon, may they witness, may they go out to see about this election. So go for no, not the same thing. People they know that for inside no, when they drink dirty water, they get cholera.
39 people there they don't confirm say they don't die for Sika cholera.
Cholera for no. You think say these people that for no when they drink this dirty water get cholera they don't die. You think the people that we get for vote ruling party with that amount of score where they vote for them. So I think they score as I talk from the beginning. Now the score where they don't for know before they can't read. We know this score before they carry. So you know even all those things when they make after that 3 days we get sleepless night. So the wait election, with the way they put things for findings, we will never know the result. And that's why we used to walk up the street at the talker. They said, "Okay, you go lock up." I said, "The man of the fear burning ground," because we don't know score and it not change anything. So that when this score they come out, they say people they come and say, "Which man? I say, which man?" Now the very thing happened for the past years and we election passed in this country. So I think this man of God, that the real people the way they're supposed to stop against even the Anglophone problem in this country.
Okay, I want just make the first thing I say, whether he get 90-something% for Norway and Southwest, that will not be the problem because five people still vote and be 100%.
100%. Yeah.
But the thing where Claire I don't talk and say the number of voters.
Yes.
Because I think at one time I will even be able to fear this our own media for you because they will show live and we see how ballot papers, the ballot boxes they be empty, but they can't tell we say 40-something thousand people they vote. Why the Prime Minister go for vote, he remain for Bamina. He no go vote for Oku, but vote come on for Oku. Vote come on for Obanso, vote come on other side. Say 1,000 and 1,000 of people vote. We don't talk about percent, but we talk about number where they vote. It be impossible. Okay, situation for now. We don't say because how a presidential candidate could choose now one region for go make a campaign. Let me say something there. And when I know say the man of God where they talk, the man from North, he know what he where they talk. You know they talk any statement. And I think now you're right. I think in around the early 90s, when this Episcopal Council they will talk in favor of CBM, problem not be there. In favor of the government, problem not be there. But now they know the man way they did and the man way he want nothing else but the truth. Not a problem. And I congratulate you because since this Anglophone crisis starts, you don't stand on your words. And you make sure say, you know, the stop fear no person. not the fear anybody around. He insists since about 2 years ago now. He they stop, they write, they make press conference. And I think we need people. If we get people like this for Cameroon, the country can move forward. However, they don't even talk. Say he might be one of the organizers for the All Anglophone Conference where it will be for Boya. We hope say with this spirit, I think we hope for a better future.
Now, just for Sabi say Samuel Kleda, this one I just come out for talk for your own eye, wait to check. It never come out their own reports. We Sabi say they be get Justice and Peace Commission where they be make them, where they be send people then to for outside for year wait to talk. Just one of the things they try for talk say for a place like Marwa, for one of the place them, and even Sangli Maya when they be try for Choco. There are people there they become for can look the vote, so they be get for come out for the for sick they want to take the Choco, but they never come out their own reports for which they see, and the one now just his own look for inside the palaver. Now so for chapter for vote, Pani John from the CSF chairman he be come out for talk on top that palaver inside this week will finish, and Pani John he talks he head he no select say Nkunkumam he get that kind of plenty win them with plenty people that they suffer. According to Pani John he try for talk say he never check his sense fine, and he did like say Cameroon people they CSF they never really they like say they sleep according to way to talk. Chapter 7 for Northwest Pani John be through small talk on top that palaver. Sabi say after with the Bonnie house for a Beba 2 for inside Norwest, he be try for talk. Say no be naive be the problem. When I say make people necessary the day for on top, he never talk say no like to it happen. Now say make they should don't organize yourself for see as well they make people they no go over here hot. Say down for say people that they die every day. Born house that one it no happen. But he don't talk. Say this chapter for vote. He hates he no select plenty for inside for palaver for vote. Now, time for me, Pani Johnson said we don't come out talk. Two different things. Person will be turned up for inside the vote, he talk his own. The pastor said he come out, he talk his own. You get small problem for that?
Yes, I think, well, that one has, because the talk say, man, you know if he talk say some man don't talk like us. Or we don't talk like us, not as presidential candidate. Or we don't talk like presidential candidate, not as the voice of SDF. But I think when you be out, when you be an important figure like them, when you make any statement, know whether you get a following, know the opinion of the people whether they put you for there. I think it'll be very important. So I think it show clearly say different opinion they come, and when they call say me, oh see Joshua he and from Jimenez, try she don't be one more because. If they continue, so that means they get next meeting where they come for number 3 day. We the phone next Saturday next meeting for SDF, and true maybe they will talk the palaver for vote plenty for inside. Yeah. Now, Pafru na unkombi that we don't come off for talk. Is the talk say head no select for the way in Nkukuma win. Yes,
you say it talks say head no select by time for this election, but. A presidential candidate, they don't congratulate people. So you see the contradiction what they talk about. Say, and at the foresee, say after this next meeting will take place on the 3rd of next month, I say also will resign from SDF. At the foresee.
Now, so you the foresee.
I say me at the foresee. I never talk to the party. I say me at the foresee because if you imagine, say the chairman of the party, he don't talk. Say, you know, like the way this election passed in this country. You like a presidential candidate when you spoke because they just put you yesterday. You don't really start give congratulate for Popol. You don't see and say contradiction there between the party and the presidential candidate. And the person that way, the petit frère, if he gave us someone want to do anything, he consult, he asks before he react, but he over. I say one overreact. And then you see and see this very problem when they go bomb house of power for Santa Day, for Baba 2 day. Now because they will say power go vote. Yes. And they interview power. You don't see the boy that will answer that when they see you, don't go for that, they can't make interview. Then they hear them fine. And then you see and say from Cambe. If they want to go from Cambe, how they go the other they go born places, go born school. Now because of one of our small boy they do allow when and Cambe, they're calling Galajarat. Now people that go start a Congress hall, they make noise for the when I come, that kind of make and this boy they vex, they go interview. Somebody affects the Bible enter Cambe. But the enter Cambe this last 3 days ago. So now the kind of that if you did for that side, and they ever beg and they tell the people then. More than one you if we not just will know the for CBDM, but when I want the for CBDM, we know the way we want to tinker the population. When I tinker the population for bad way, now for them the population they overreact. I mean like the Amber Boys, then they overreact. and we the one react na killing. So we want for back say we not deny we not enter CBDN. We not there for CBDN, but we not know the one that they talk.
All right, we don't close before we close chapter for vote. Just for talk this small one, the one plenty people will call and say na phone time. Gaga Aman Aji Itoxi Igrisi Nkunkuma Fibini, but Ino Figrisi Adamunda Njuya Pasi. That one I joke on the side. That one I joke on the side. We will see the vote. Adamunda Njuya come before Gaga Aman, so Gaga don't deny flat. Say Ino Figrisi Adamunda Njuya Fi. So all man get on coco.
They divide for back. They divide their own for back. They divide for front. They divide their own for front.
He don't deny, say, he no get that kind 1.55%, then Adamunda Njuya get 1.73.
So now everyone accused now down. It's actually that in Namibia on the president of the election put the scores. So that one, I say that the race
just for laugh after election.
Really, when you see the parties like Namjoya and Garga Ama, they just be there for animate the political scene. And also say Namjoya, even before they don't go campaign for about 1 week, they don't see Namjoya. They don't need it. And Namjoya be contented for remaining for that in known constituency. And when you remember for one division, you want to be president of the whole country. Well, Garga Ama, I don't know whether Garga Ama ever go even for Baminda.
It be make campaign, and mostly side be make campaign at the village and for not. The village side them. According to Toro, side Tori people there, they follow them. They suffer plenty. If you go Moto, Chakara, plenty time for roads. Now they inside village. Well, before we finish,
if you win for that village, if you win for that village for not, maybe if I for even reduce this alarming percentage.
Not yes.
All right. Election when they already prepared.
The vote already passed. We already sabi who he win. Kunkuma go so she done on top. Even if we talk how, you know, go change bets. Which kind of na fisi Nkunkuma, all people that don't say Nkunkuma, the chair the country, you know, they begin, they will put it for chair official, na whole chair. Which kind of thing that you check say Nkunkuma get for quick look inside?
A member of the CBDM.
You know, must be member.
Yes,
you be
yes, for
and I go be on top.
No, but plenty of people that don't come and say these elections, because most of the time, opposition parties say they don't get a program. I think if we talk now about program, I think most they even up right down to the smallest candidate when Osi Joshua and Franklin, they will present programs. So and most of these programs they will try to satisfy the common population. So I think enough. My fear, I say, we be for a country where we be ruled by people that get bad faith. They claim, like I said, they don't know the problem where they go on because man, they see black, they see things in a way. If not, things that they be burning, they be really burning. Where I think say if but it be like putting the same wine for different calabash. I don't know whether.
Ambassador, I think the same question we asked from my brother. If he answer my own way.
Oh, yes.
Which would expect on the 6th of November they will put Kunkuma for chair? Which would expect from me? For inside 36 years, you know, do nothing. I'm not thinking that now because they don't make presidential election for October 2018, we would expect everything.
We'll get bridge for Douala.
No, no, the one that way don't pass, right?
Yeah, that's most thing. And for a pass,
even long guy,
we get plenty feed the way they make, and now we'll get for Nagamba on top.
You don't even show us we'll even play football for that on top of that fee.
So Nigeria.
Now the problem is that. So we don't expect, for me in particular, I'm not thinking for that 6 weeks they go put you for chair, we go make 7 years. First, I say a year they talk say when they go take chair, go arrange Anglophone problems. Now 2 to 3 years now we Anglophone problems, they never ever solve. So I'm not thinking that because they go put you for chair now, we go make 7 years, go solve this problem. Because I think say this problem for Anglophone problem, I think it go inside it aggravate. So whether they take thousands, millions of uniform men send them from Northwest or West, I don't think they will solve this problem, whether they will chair or not. So I just pray and I say, well, the people that get bad faith as a devil power, I'll call them blood drinkers because I quite remember one time where I say Mr. Banda can't talk say Anglophone and blood drinkers. I think say these people they got power and are blood drinkers, so they don't get fed for anybody. They don't fear anybody, and they don't do anything good for this country. So, like I want for talk say, nothing will not expect anything from the government or put up for 7 years.
Well, we left Palava for votes. We enter small for inside we quarter. We don't talk plenty on top that one. Now the one will be hot. Inside the week will just finish. Make we enter now so for that side. So for Mabanda will be tonton. For talk this Palava we own quarter them. We the ever cry say roads, you know they Besawe road they say we quarter who it dey dirty, it ever flow for inside. And now so we go talk say waiting, we go talk say we know where mosquito don't bite we, mosquito this, malaria, but got as I say big day where they don't keep them, say make we clean place them. We know the ever clean the place or the wait. Say when 10 o'clock in knock one time, we can open we store them for actually do it in staff or make we be net. But normal time for clean we go water them, then even left the dirty for on top of road so that company too, if they can carry them, they carry them. You know they so plenty people they say they blame now people there they say they be quarter head them, say they know they do their work. Pafru, you agree for the one?
I think Douala are one of the most dirtiest towns for the whole Cameroon. Because as see government delegate and councils they put on law see for Wednesday this quarter to this quarter they open from 10 o'clock. From the Thursday from this quarter they open from 10 o'clock. But guys they now what they do now security ambassador. They come to hang them around when they see 9:30, 10 start they can open their stuff. But when you go for Anglophone zone in those days, where things will still be fine. You see, I say they talk so clean up campaign. You see, I say all man they lock his door and clean your front door, clean your gutter.
Even toilet.
Toilet. We begin sanitary in those days with the worker look toilet them. But today you know they. You see woman that will cook chop. You see sanitary they can test the chop what they find for population for chop. You know they. And you see man, you big man. And think we'll go for the sensitized. We'll go for make some program for EQUINOXE. Now for sensitized, like primary school picking them, or nursery school picking the ambassador. So man, the chop, granite, pills, it's one for road. Banana, it's one for road. When they say, Ramas, it talks say, Ezakamela, Eva Balie. So you say, imagine the kind of mentality. I quite remember I go for Angola, I go for Angola, I go for work for water. We drop for plane ambassador. Every 10 meters, you get door speed. I think 10 meters, and then they wash their road and wash them. They get this motor with the wash road. You get the one they put sabon, the one they can't clean up. If you work away, I should go clap for bed. But for Cameroon, we get every day facilities, we get money. You see man they carry dirty, so go to one for road. Big man, you see man they carry stand peace for road. From top to toe, policeman they pass. So I think if we boss for TV here, if we give you some program where all of us that is what they teach, more they teach Cameroonian because big people of Cameroon. Like we need more to teach them like primary school picking.
Then for me, this palava for dirty every day with this. So talk say council, mayor them, governor delegates, intone they know they do work. But one time we check say we say now for the teach we say dirty no fine for we now with the sick.
Yes, the problem now the mentality. So it be and the system. So it not just be enough for just stand announce and say a clean up campaign. Or this. So the people they don't group for that mentality, their habit, it no be easy for they need.
So you want to talk so never change this mentality?
If you change it need some man way is strong way if it knock and so it mean knock because we don't see laws the way they put them for you for morning, one is for evening, they don't die.
Oh boy, wait with that for commercial
when they sign. When you go for a Bonaberi park, I feel talk say na police they load motor for Bonaberi park for outside the park. Because if you see motor now where they load for outside and motor for police can stand for corner, let me say they assist for load now. Because if na normal law, how would they be see motor immediately run? For sure, and you see they don't put down say deal don't sign say no loading out of the park. They load in front of police.
Ambassador.
So
I quite remember some time for commercial
that they give an advantage. At any time they give law, it be like they give an advantage for manufacture.
Okay. So sometimes they for Bamenda for commercial venue. When you trade dirty, na population the whole you. If they inside taxi, you chop granite, trade it PS for outside. Then they just take if the taxi man not tell you never inside taxi, I go wash motor go move on. They just take the number for that taxi. And if they hold you go start sweep for roundabout city chemist to T junction. And if you not do one there, you pay 5,000 francs. I think they will make so Bamenda commercial business be neat and clean. If we talk, as my brother talk, if we fit use that kind of system, like for town, like for Douala, we'll put dustbin them on site. After 20 meters, we'll put dustbin. Because if I want to compare, like the one I was saying for Angola, like 10 meters, for here they'll say, no, that dustbin over there for Cameroon. So we fit buy them, we'll put on 20 or 30 meters. Now, when you throw that dirty, the person if you are going to see me hold and population now will fall for your skin. You know, you pay 5,000 for that money go for inside cancer. Your population will hold you. So that's what I want to talk. So if we start to teach them, say dirty, because
they use force, they use skin.
Now, can that if you move 5,000, they tell you sweep. Because you go pass 5 people, they can't hold you. Say why you throw dirty for road? You never pass them. So you go sweep.
You journey for 11 for even Okada people there.
Voila.
Just 11 for them.
So I will teach. They come on that way, then they apply them.
Yes. All right, so country time no be there for we for talk plenty. We don't talk one will be free for talk. Sabi say the big story for inside Douala today. It then say Mami Wata the day for all corner. They say Maurice come to a party begin for make Wakam chapter for votes where it no be sweet for their end. For now, we never feel for confirm. Say Barrister Ndoki, they know they call the phone. You know, but no the pass or no fit talk whether they cash it or they no cash it. But some of the big people them we hear say they no fit come out for outside. So now one of the big story than that for inside Douala today. For news story for evening time, we go tell you now as we Douala town a day and how we headquarter for Maurice come to a party, Cameroon Renaissance movement for Douala for Grand Molentu a day. So now so we see country for this afternoon. Time for me, our time don't to finish. We will not be free for talk plenty thing. I want to say big thank you for your time. A big thank you, time for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always available. And I give special thanks for the listeners, especially to one of the members from we don't lose them for Douala, Tangwang, Dan. So I talk for the people where say they take heart, saying that way to happen for all man.
All right, through we time already finished as well this year.
Yes, I want to thank all the technicians there they did for back there. Thank you, Ambassador, for the also program where they continue. It go ahead and the whole world is here. So well, there's some where people that they behind and the Campbell people with the Mancom people, they made they ahead with the look this program, with the push him to go ahead. All
right. Big thank you, Malice. You'll be there for Facebook Live. If you don't make mistake, you all people there, they know if you for looking live, they'll be there for Facebook. After I go be for YouTube, if you enter for them, for see what you did there. Once a big thank you too for you, Francois Dikume, Dallas Chanam, and even at the big man where they call him, say Francis Boyum. Anyhow, rebroadcast 8:30 for Sunday. Ambassador go turn back for some time for Monday. On a whole, I'm tight.
I'm very successful, I think.
We decided we did the most important aspect.
Yes.
Yes. We'll keep the others small strike.